Hello, hello. It has been a while since I have live streamed. Um, we ain't got no plans today. Uh, we just kind of here. Uh, just cause like I'm bored. I want something to do, so we gonna do something. Um, damn, I accidentally got to out of picture, big picture mode. Um, I need to hold up. I need to fix my microphone. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Hello. Can my headset turn back on, bro? Please, bro. Give me 1 second. There it goes. So, right now, we are probably going to play Call of Duty Zombies. Just because it's been a while. And I feel like I need to get back into it. I played this before. Playing on PC instead of PlayStation, though. Just because, I just feel like it. I just feel like it, But there is. I've been keeping up with a lot of things recently that has to do with the Lego scandal. I think I'm gonna play a few rounds of zombies, um, and then I'm going to go look into the Lego scandal because I wanna hear what's going on. I wanna hear what's going on so bad, um, and kind of get my reactions to that. But yeah, let's just. Oh, I didn't launch it. Ah, I'm so fucking stupid. I gotta launch it in like controller mode or something. Right? Yeah, I gotta launch it in controller mode. It's been so long since I played on Steam. Holy fuck. Give me 1 second. Nope. How do I do this? Properties. Hello? Okay. This game will use the official layout gamepad with controller. I feel like this should work now. I don't know what the fuck this isn't working beforehand. Hold up. If this doesn't work again, bro, I'm gonna just like watch my fucking watch the Lego video just cause like, bro. Come on now. Come on, please, bro. It launched earlier. I don't know what the problem is now. I'm not trying to play this on. Hold up. Let me make sure my maps are even on here. I mean, I can play this on. There's 5, the last vessel. Okay. I can play this on my. Maybe it's because I'm in big picture mode. Maybe that's the issue. Because it was working perfectly fine when I wasn't in big picture mode. Okay. So what we're gonna do. Hopefully this works. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know why it wasn't working in big picture mode. This usually works in big picture mode. Nope, Marvin added me in the story. Go ahead, add that to my story. Alright, hopefully. Hello? Bro. I downloaded a few things and all of a sudden my fucking thing doesn't work. This is what I wanted to play. I just want to see how it looks, bro. It's been so long since I played on. So this is one map challenge. I was gonna try to play on my fucking controller, but this shit is not working. So I have no idea what to do. So I'm just gonna play on my PC, my actual like mouse and keyboard. Like, I downloaded the whole fucking thing and everything, and it's still not working. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Holy loud, bro. What are we starting? What is this sensitivity? Hold up, bro. My sensitivity is so trash. Where's Mousens? Yo, I love you too. We love the chat, bro. We love the chat. Mousens. You're my favorite BBB. That's crazy. I'm gonna put this to 10. Maybe. No, we're gonna go to 9. Maybe that'll be too much. Oh, yeah. Hello? How do I move? Why can't I move? Why can't I swing? Chat. I can't do anything, actually. Hello? Why is not Unbound? The fuck? Forward. Back pedal. Left. Move right. Why is everything unbound? Hold up. Reset the default, bro. Alright. There we go. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit, bro. Dude, this is... I fucking suck on PC, bro. Holy shit. Dude, I'm so much... Oh, what up, Zach? How you doing? But yeah, bro, I'm so much better on fucking... So much better controller. Give me something. Give me something good. Ooh, a Tommy gun. Die, bitch. I know I got fans, bro. I got diehard fans. I love all my fans. Oh, shit. Hold up. Damn! Yo, chat. You should not have said I'm doing good, bro. I just fucking got my shit rocked. Hold up, hold up. I need to get my controller working. I'm so much better with a controller. I need to figure out what the fuck is wrong with my controller. Dude, this controller shit is pissing me off, though. Like, really bad. The fact that this controller isn't working. Like, it's not like it can't work. Where's the community layouts? There we go. Plot layout. There we go. This should work now. Now that we have the PS5 config, it should work. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna be pissed. Can I refund my subscription now? Bro's watching this shit for free, asking for a refund. This guy. Oh, we got 4 concurrent viewers. I think this is the most amount of viewers I've had in a live stream in a long time. Yo, chat. Let's get W's in the chat. Hey, I think now that I got the controller working, now shit's gonna go down. Like, I'm gonna actually be good. Dude, I love playing Call of Duty on PC just cause, like, dude, no, don't start with me, bro. This shit is not working again. I just did the configuration and everything. Oh my god. Dude, this shit gonna piss me off, bro. I just PS5 config. Apply layout. Disable. Wait, what? Enable still, but it was just working not even like a few seconds ago. Let me see 1 second. You know what? At this point, it's not working. At this point, it's not even working. It's not even worth it. So what we're gonna do instead, we're gonna shift over. We're gonna shift over to watching the what's it called? The Lego scandal that's been going on between Reckless Ben and BAM, Bricks and Minifigs, just because, like, that is the biggest thing right now. And yeah, that is the biggest thing going on right now. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna move all this. Hold up. I'm gonna go to full face real quick just so I can do this right. All right. Recording. Let me take off Elgato. Turn on capture card. Here we go. So to kind of catch y'all up, Bricks and Minifigs stole $200,000 from an old dying man. And this YouTuber, Reckless Ben, has been trying to get that shit back for about a year and a few months now. Like, all this shit has been going on for a while. And this motherfucker, this company just won't give it back. They've even tried to get him arrested and everything. And it's like, bro, just give him the fucking Legos back. Like, it's Legos. And you're a multi-million dollar company caring about fucking Legos so much, you know? Like,
I don't even know what I did wrong.
Here you go.
Bricks and Minifigs is making up tons of lies about me to the police to try to get me thrown.
I think we need to watch. Do we need to watch a YouTube recap? Like, are y'all down for that? Like, low key, like, hold up. Do y'all want a recap? Like an actual, like, real recap instead of just me fucking blabbering. What do y'all think? Recap, like an actual YouTube recap. Reaction time, bro. Relax. All right, let's get a real recap. Papa Meat
online is just edited.
Love him. So we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch his recap. 37 minutes.
Back to the Papa
This
Meat
is a
Show.
long fucking thing.
Come and sit him down because
This
today
is a
we're gonna
long
talk about
fucking
something
thing,
you
I'm
probably
telling
already
you.
heard about, and that's the ongoing chaos between YouTuber
They
Reckless Ben and Bricks
they
and Minifigs,
swatted
also
his
known
house
as-
and fucking everything,
Quick
bro.
disclaimer: everything we're talking about today is all things that we've seen that are public information from Reckless Ben's YouTube page, social media accounts, and from what Bricks and Minifigs.
And then we'll go into the
online.
part
This is
3.
just a recap,
And then there's also
so
coming to part
that's the
4. So
disclaimer.
yeah.
Is that good?
I think so.
What started as
that
simply
fucking
trying to
Avery?
recover
We
money
love
seemingly
Avery,
stolen
bro.
from an old sick man has turned
Avery
into
in
a
the chat.
full-blown
Yo,
fucking nightmare,
Avery.
dude.
Yo,
Currently,
what? We
a
got 6
corporation
viewers?
is
This is
alleged to
crazy,
be
bro.
abusing the legal system and working with corrupt
yeah.
police to silence reckless
Dude,
men
the
and
police.
others
Hold
for
up.
uncovering the heinous.
The police in this situation, bro. They're so fucking corrupt. They listen to these fucking like business people with no care in the world. Like they arrest Reckless Ben, fucking everything, bro.
Acts of one particular Bricks and Minifigs franchise, which if you don't know Reckless Ben, we've
You
seen
got
some
a
of his
shout out
stuff
from
before.
Caleb?
He
Yo,
also did a video
congrats.
on the McCamey Manor as well, which I thought was
But-
sweet. He infiltrated it, but it seems like he goes
Bro.
into corrupt businesses and basically tries to uncover the truth or just
This shit
expose
is crazy.
them and
This
like,
shit is
right the
actually
wrongs of
genuinely
stuff as
insane.
well. Trying to use legal practices that a lot of these businesses use against the people that they harm.
I like to think of myself as kind of like the king of loopholes, you know, and so I kind of always want to go against like someone who's like the opposite. So I do like legal loopholes for good, but I wanted to go against someone that does like legal loopholes for bad. So this
Sure.
seems like the perfect battle, you know, like we're both.
Bro is just
using,
like a
legal
random
loopholes
person.
against each other.
Bro is like-
get each other in trouble.
I saw
and stuff,
somebody
but
say this.
I
He looks
just knew it
like
was gonna be, a
like
crazy
Napoleon
story.
Dynamite.
We think
bro.
more eyes should be on the story, so we're not only going to talk about it, but we're also going to
But-
speak to Ben later in this video and
Bro.
get some more insight on the situation. Not everyone knew what Bricks and Minifigs even was until the story broke out. Essentially, they're an absolutely massive company that specializes
All
in
this
buying,
over some
trading, and
fucking
selling Lego
Legos.
products, which I think we might have touched on it briefly. We did a Lego collector video, and it's like just a retail space where people can go, and it's like an in-person retail store. It's a franchisee thing, so each person buys the store, they open it, blah, blah, blah. You can sell your Legos there. From that video alone, you can tell just how massive the Lego collector market is and how much money goes through that market is absurd right now. It's got to be the highest it's ever been.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In 2023, the business's massive success led to them opening around 150 individual stores.
Damn.
And by 2025, that number doubled. Even back during 2023, the business reported each
Stands
individual
for
store
Sherman
averaging
University.
nearly
Yo.
$580,000
If I could go-
in annual
bro,
earnings. With
didn't
more
they cancel
popular
that
stores
shit?
even
I heard they
breaking $1
canceled that
million
shit.
a year in sales. And lots of people have their own horror stories.
Kai
about Bricks
Cenat
and
has
Minifigs,
fallen
with
off,
some
bro.
claiming that they're essentially
Bro
the
is-
GameStop of Lego. Online, there are
But-
entire threads of people complaining about selling their childhood
If they want me,
collections, easily
bro,
worth hundreds of dollars.
I could
to Bricks and
add some
Minifigs,
life to
only
that,
to be
but-
offered about $50 at most at times. I think people don't realize how easy it is to just be like, put your shit on Facebook Marketplace. People will, you'd be surprised by how quick people will jump on things. If you can. Because I know some people are, you're just in a pinch. I have to have the money now, but I don't know.
Like your wife's kicking you out. It's you or the Legos.
Yeah, me and Legos. All right, bye.
Hey, that's real though.
My
Hey,
fucking little,
that's real though. Me, like, if my wife is like, "Is me or the Legos?" Bro, those Legos have been with me through a lot of shit, bro. I'm sorry. Hey, Legos are Legos. Legos last forever, bro.
my Lego
Bro.
Ninjago set doesn't.
And they're biodegradable.
Check this out. I'm
Just
gonna show
saying.
you how I afforded this car.
Oh, bro, not the ads, bro.
Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance.
Hey, nobody listen to
That's
this
how
shit,
much
bro.
I was paying.
Nobody listen to
Okay,
this shit. Hold up.
I picked.
I hang with him. YouTubers like MGS Brick, for example, have documented bringing in rare Lego figures only to watch multiple stores downplay their worth,
$255 for
repeatedly telling them
fucking
that a chrome gold
minifigure is
C-3PO
crazy.
figure worth around $1,000 was obviously fake. We can touch more on what happens there later, but for now, let's look at where Ben comes into the story. The story begins with a man named Brian Mansell reaching out to Ben, given his content for his over-the-top documentary investigative styles, to help him get into this company and help resolve the situation. How did you initially find out about these missing Legos? Was it just through the Facebook post, or was there like other people that were hitting you up about it? How did you find out about that?
No, this wasn't a big story at all. So I guess the YouTubers covered it, Collectors Weekly, and it only got like 1,000 views on it. And so at the end of my Lose for Valentine video, I was like, okay, if you have a problem and the police can't solve it, email me at this email. I made a whole email for it. We got a bunch of emails.
We-
and so
we're
we're just
gonna
going through
ignore
all
that
these
wow, bro.
emails for like 26 hours. And we see this Lego video, and I'm not really into Legos at all. I don't really collect things or anything. But the thing that stood out to me was he just said we had the world's biggest Lego Star Wars collection. We gave it to a company and they're selling it without paying us. And I was like, well, that's just black and white. Like they just stole your Lego, He's like, they're claiming that they didn't steal it. They have like some loopholes that they're trying to use,
Specifically, he asked for help retrieving $200,000 worth of rare Lego Star Wars sets he co-signed to
Damn.
Bricks and Minifigs franchise to alleviate the burden of selling them all himself. Important note! The $200,000 value was an estimate made after a brief initial look and not before a detailed evaluation was made.
My original assessment of about $200,000, it was before I'd actually gone through and had done an actual evaluation valuation. I looked at it and went based on 3 different rooms with all the sets.
It's more accurately listed around $107,000.
That's
But
still a lot of
six
fucking
figures
money.
fucking worth of Legos, guys.
That's fucking crazy.
Brian's contract with the store stated that the sets
Six
still belonged
figures
to him,
worth of
but
Legos?
revenue made from any
Could not
sets that
imagine,
sold
bro.
in store would be split between them. However, when that specific store was purchased by new owners, it's alleged that they completely failed to honor the contract and even started refusing to let Brian inspect the inventory. Unfortunately for them, there is security footage showing Brandon, one of the Salem store's new owners, making it abundantly clear that the consignment would be taken over by the new owners. It's fucking pathetic. The back and forth they're doing. Well, actually, we said this.
Yo, I'm not a part of
Maybe
the story, bro. I'm not a part of the story, bro.
$15,000 total Star Wars, and that's all Star Wars inventory in the whole store.
No, actually, we said this.
All the photo evidence points to there being $20,000 worth of Lego in this of Star Wars Lego in the store that night.
Well, actually, we said this.
Dude, the constant backtracking of this company is fucking crazy. The amount of fucking lies that they
No, actually, we
spewed
said this.
over and over and over again.
Which also, even if this
See?
is all legit, could you not
Like,
look
what
a
the
little
fuck?
unprofessional to not have your ducks in a row, or just to stand by your policy and be like, this is what we said, this is what it was. Which, don't get me wrong, with these videos and stuff, people are calling, harassing, all kinds of horrible shit. I mean, I can sympathize with
Dude.
that, but at the same time, if you righted the wrong, I don't think any of this would have escalated to where it's at.
Exactly. And that's been the whole fucking sentiment. Is that, like, if you would have just given the Legos back, nobody would give a fuck anymore. But they're pulling this shit out to court. To court. They're going to court for this shit. It's fucking crazy.
Unbelievable.
They're trying to get through a legal loophole. Like, well, we changed ownership, so.
Well, man, it's 100% from what we can see so
Dude.
far. It just looks like it's a thing where it's like, well, you signed this consignment for the sale, and all your pieces are here, but there's new management, and I don't know where that's at. I don't know if these are yours. It's just like being fucking scummy.
Dude,
Some of the video
the fucking
footage, man,
company.
that you see of this owner, like on the stoop of his house, talking to the cops, and he's like, "Hey, love the American Fork Police. You guys rule. I love you."
That's fucking crazy.
You guys rule. It's like, dude, fucking eat a fucking barrel, dude. My God. Brian confronted the store with a contract in hand, only to be threatened with a legal battle so lengthy it would cost him more than the Legos were even worth. What's worse is
They
that these
just,
sets
like,
were
they're
collected
just
by
stealing
him
this
and
shit
his
for no
father over
reason.
many
Like, there's no
years.
reason
And after
for
Brian's
this.
father had a health scare, Brian mentioned being afraid to tell his father what had happened to their collection for fear of worsening his physical and mental well-being.
At this point, my father had a health episode. We can't bring any stress to him.
This kickstarts an insane series of stunts pulled off by Reckless Ben to confront the Bricks and Minifigs team. The series is still up on YouTube, I believe. You can still watch part of the video so far. He just can't add anything yet. It's fucking unbelievable the amount of incompetence it has from Bricks and Minifigs, and just like the amount of, like, if you just would have paid back or just did good business practices, none of this would be happening. Or even just being like,
If you
"Okay,
just
we-
weren't a
I'm
dick,
sorry.
you would be
It's
fine, bro."
But now we are watching corporate suicide right now. Were you expecting it to be a lot more calm, or did you actually expect that hostility to be coming in when you went into the store? Did they already seem like fucking guns ready? You know what I mean?
Brian did warn me when I went in the first time. He's like, hey, when I went to ask for my Legos back, they trespassed from the store and started like screaming at me. So he's like, they're probably gonna
Like,
do the
what
same
the
thing to
fuck
you.
are we
At this point,
doing?
I didn't know if Brian was telling the truth or not yet, you know? So I was like, oh, I guess I'll just go and see for myself. But I came in prepared, kind of knowing that I was like, okay, I'm gonna be like extra nice to them because I know they might. I want to get them to talk because that's my goal, is like hear their side of the story. So I went in, I'm just like, hey, I think my friend has some Legos in here. He was having trouble getting it back. Can we like work this out? And then she's like, I'm being harassed. Like, call the cops. And I'm like, well, I'm not really harassing. I'm just trying to hear like your guys' side of things. If they were paying him and he was lying to me, then
Bro,
they would have
that's
told me the
fucking
store,
crazy.
like, hey, we're actually paying him, you know? So that's why I went to the store first to hear their side of things.
Just give back the sets.
What I'm saying is, even if it's not the money, at least give back what you have and like just do what's right, make it even Stevens with everybody. But they've dug so far down that now they're just, which if all these videos, you can just see how fucking gross the owners are. It's just nasty,
Yes, bro.
nasty fucking practices, nasty people.
Coffeezilla
And then also, you
video
have the police
on this is
officers
fucking
who just aren't
crazy.
treating it seriously, because I think there's still like a stigma with people that are like, oh, it's a YouTuber doing something, to where then they're like, oh, well, if it's just a YouTube thing, that's probably nothing, right? Or it's just, oh god,
Like,
so this
bro,
is
what?
just a troll thing, or this is just a joke or whatever. Just a general lack of care.
I mean,
for a
like-
serious thing.
And they're about to say this too, but like, YouTubers get a bad rap. Like, out facing public YouTubers, people that don't just sit down and stream and like actually do shit IRL, they get a bad rap because of a few fucking people like Jack Doherty, fucking Gideon now because he just got arrested. Like, all those dumbass people, like even Kai Cenat has had his fucking issues. So is Speed. Like, and the police are hearing these stories from their kids, and they're just like, yo, YouTubers need to go. And when shit is actually going down, like, people are actually doing fucking investigations, and they're not even giving a fuck. Like, bro.
Nothing to do with the store at all.
He's a YouTuber.
Okay. That makes things a little more clear. He has no association
He's a
with the store.
YouTuber. He's just trying to get content.
Okay.
The amount of times I heard him say stuff like, oh, this is a YouTube thing, and discrediting the case just because this is like a YouTube video or something. It's very interesting
Yeah,
how that, like, it gives them a right, you know?
I kind of see their point of view because there is so many just like annoying like
Oh, sure.
meta glasses people that probably the majority of like TikTokers and YouTubers that do the meta glasses.
I've seen
I'd
like
say,
10 minutes of
probably
this.
A good 80
Like,
to 90%
nothing
of
crazy.
them are just trying to. I'm gonna piss you off as much as I can.
Yeah, rage
and the bigger
bait.
of a reaction you get, the more of a reaction you get, the more money I make. You know, I shouldn't be surprised by that because that is the majority of people. You know, but
You
I
would
would like to
assume-
think that I'm a little. Yeah.
Maybe when you first hear about it, like, oh, it's a YouTube guy. Sure, you can go in with your preconceived ideas of what that is. But I feel like even dealing with the American Force or even dealing with Salem, I don't know, did you deal with much of Salem Police Department at all in the same way that you dealt with American Fork or no? Or is that
The
more of a
Salem
distant?
Police Department was what was the Kaiser Police technically, I
Or
guess,
Kaiser.
which is like 15 minutes north of Salem. But they sucked too. But they never arrested me. I guess they always let us go. You know, like we would get in, like our arguments, and then I was like, "Here's the law book," and then they just kind of like ran away once I pulled the law book out. So they like wouldn't keep talking to me because I think they were maybe afraid of the law. I don't know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, or they're just like, I don't want to.
Running away from the law is fucking crazy.
Which it is a very unconventional way of approaching all this, but I would say that everything he's done is legal from what we've been shown, at least, right? These posts would go viral, causing tons of bad PR and even a public statement from BAM. In it, they downplay the situation and claim that they don't know the whereabouts of the unsold sets. They allege that all of Ben's work and the criticism online is just edited social media clips, and according to them, all Bricks and
Turn up the
Minifigs
volume.
want
I got you, fam.
is fairness and support for the Lego community. Fuck yourself. Unreal. Also, it's so fun. That's like GameStop being like, we just want what's fair for gamers. It's like, why don't you go f yourself, dude? Really?
Charging the gamers.
Can we just like undercut you and sell you more? And then, by the way, when we get criticism, we're just gonna sue. Is that a cool thing? Can we just sue? I think that's what we want to do, actually. Oh God, make me want to throw up. Someone would soon leak a BAM company-wide email directly to Ben, revealing the internal state of affairs. The email directly tells other franchises how to handle the negative reactions to Ben's documentary and all other related content, which they labeled as a coordinated negative PR attack. Dun dun. Legos. One of the strategies is a new mandate to actively solicit Google reviews with every single transaction. They reveal that they are getting the FBI, Oregon State Police, and the U.S. Postal Inspection Service involved. Their involvement alongside the
they're getting the FBI involved. The FBI of all people.
Temporary restraining
what are we
orders
doing?
and cease and desist letters
What are we
will be
doing?
used to silence Ben and others' content. Ben was also sued for his website WeStealFromOldPeople.com, which he uses to sell merch of their own company. By now, Bricks and Minifigs stores around the U.S. are receiving tons of bad PR because of this scandal. To combat this, BAM stated in their email that
They've
they would
lost
have
so much
reached
money
out to
just from this
Google,
fucking
YouTube,
shit.
Patreon, GoDaddy, and the Facebook to report Ben's content and anyone who's review bombing their businesses. Patreon's own CEO made a video responding to this,
Dude, this
essentially
shit was
telling them
peak.
to basically go f themselves and to
Patreon,
sue Patreon if they want.
Patreon being like, bro, fuck them, fuck them. Patreon, the CEO coming out and being like, yo, fuck Bricks and Minifigs, he's staying, cause that's all the that's the way he got his money. That's the way Reckless Ben got his money. And corporations think they can get away with whatever they want for the sole reason that they are a mega corporate. Exactly. That's exactly the reason, bro. But Patreon being such a big company and being like, nah, fuck this other big company, they're being corrupt as fuck. Reckless Ben can keep his fucking account and keep making money. Like that's genuinely crazy to me. But anyways.
Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it. We're keeping Ben's page up. And if Bricks and Minifigs doesn't like that, they can sue us.
Right? Which
love that.
Good luck with that.
Bro got big road.
Get
They got
stronger
big
with
road.
free fitness training at Planet Fitness.
Because Patreon's so
Join
much
the
of a
club
bigger
today for
company than
$1
fucking
down,
Bricks and
$15
Minifigs.
Fucking legal battle. All employees were asked to pretend the scandal doesn't exist, and as a backup, were given pre-planned corporate scripts and a de-escalation playbook. The company appears to be in a full meltdown as they are demanding store managers turn off comments on all store social media accounts. As
Crazy.
stated in its public statement, BAM says its ultimate goal is to regain the community's trust and protect its franchises.
Yeah, good luck with that shit,
Please
bro.
don't bankrupt us. Please don't make us basically start a new business, which is inevitably what's going to happen. Do you think so far? Do you think they're going to be able to weather the storm?
I mean,
Fuck
as
no,
far
bro.
as PR goes, I don't think so. bro. I think
They're
no
so
matter what, they're
cooked.
fucked. Even if they win the case against Ben.
The court of public opinion is decided.
Yeah, which is just like, well, these guys are pieces of shit. It's gonna take years and years to regain their
I could
trust.
see them changing their name and trying to get out of that spotlight or something. Renaming their franchise or something. I bet you that's the route they take.
Or they might do a thing where it's like, someone bought us, and then yeah, they rebrand it.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
under new corporate management.
Yeah, but they won't say that someone bought us. I don't think so. I think it's going to be all secret. They're going to delete all the accounts, whatever, and they're just going to restate it, and you're going to look at it and be like, oh, these are all the same Bricks and Minifigs locations, is what I think is going to happen. It may seem
We are
like
not
Bricks and
gonna talk about
Minifigure stores
BBB right
attract
now, bro.
scummy workers and managers, but not all employees are like that, all right? Some are simply there for a
I see you,
paycheck and
Anthony.
have to
What the
deal with
fuck
the
does that
nonsense
even
that
mean?
comes with it.
What are you saying, Anthony?
Testimony from Bricks and Minifigs employees makes
Why?
it seem
Why?
like a living
They're
hell.
trying to be
It
number
is
one.
common for the work schedule to be brutal and random, and on top of ridiculous hours, you can expect minimum wage at best. Several employees also claim that there is no opportunity for raises or career advancement. Of course not, dude. You have some manager who owns the store, and they're going to be in the cycle of getting like high school employees to come through. It's that thing of just being like, God, you're lucky to be here. I mean, you get to play with Legos all day. Clean the bathroom. Clean the bathroom.
Is that what they told Joe when he was working as a Lego
My
engineer?
favorite Joe I wonder if we can get him to say it. My friend Joe, it almost seems fake. My friend Joe, who's now like a very well-known, he's a stand-up comedian, very funny guy, I love him. We were in animation together in school. When he graduated, he won a Lego making contest. That sounds fake. He won a like Lego building competition to work for like a Lego store. Like he was basically a fucking Imagineer for Legos or something. I don't know. But yeah, I was just saying we should have Joe record. It would be really funny.
All right, so one time I'm building behind my giant plexiglass window, just some sort
What the
of
fuck?
pink Lego model, and a dad and his son come in decked
Son of a
out in
two
St.
fan.
Louis Blues jerseys because the Blues had just.
Okay, so Avery, listen. So what we're watching right now is a company completely tank their fucking image over a guy stealing over $100,000 worth of Legos. This guy sold their Legos to. I'll pay for a show. Let me get one. That's crazy. This guy paid for Legos to be sold in a Bricks and Minifigs store, which is kind of like a GameStop for Legos. And they did a consignment deal. The owners got taken out. New owners came in. Their new owners were like, we don't know what the fuck happened to your Legos, bro. And then this YouTuber came in trying to like figure out what's going on with the Legos. And then they started like using the police to arrest this YouTuber, shit like that. And now it's just gone to shit. And now they're in legal court. And like, I'm just trying to see like how far this company will go. Because at this point in their life, like in this point in their company's life, they're like this close to just losing everything and becoming bankrupt. But that's kind of the whole 411 of what we're doing right now, Avery.
Won the Stanley Cup like the day before. So they come in and they bang
And
on the
then
window. And they
Papa Meat is just
St. Louis
giving
Blues!
some like other
giving them a
input.
thumbs up, like, yeah, Stanley Cup, yeah. And I go
Which,
back to what
if you don't know Papa Meat, he's the guy who does like Meat Canyon videos and stuff like that.
I'm doing, and then the dad bangs on the window again. He goes, "Hey, build the Stanley Cup! Build the Stanley Cup!" And I can't just drop everything I'm doing to build a 5-foot tall statue of a trophy or whatever. So I just kind of laugh him off.
He is
and
the
go
goat,
back to
bro.
what I'm doing.
Papa
But
Meat
he
is
stands
the
there
goat.
for like several minutes with his son, and they keep banging. The kid's banging on the window. The dad's banging on the window. I think the window's gonna break. Build the Stanley Cup! Build it now! And really, that's what it was like.
Fucking
working
Anthony
at
trying so hard to be
Yeah, I
number
don't
one,
know.
bro.
From the perspective of a guy who just works at Lego, where there's no incentive of like reselling, I wonder what his perspective is on Lego fans. I'd be curious to see. The next big video Ben would release documents Bam actively thwarting his efforts to confront
and they
the store
fucking
owner
swat him.
illegally and taking their
That's the
maliciousness
biggest
to
thing,
a
too.
whole new level. It's throughout this process that the American Fork Police Department starts to reveal themselves as straight up
Yes,
corrupt.
they're gonna
Because
go
the store
broke for
owners
sure,
and the
bro. There's no
CEO are
way.
part of the same Mormon church community.
no way they
Brian
don't.
alleges that some of the police are too, and that they're protecting their own. Us Mormons stick together. The religious undertones too, with like the cooperation of like even with the American Fork Police Department, and how a lot of those guys even go to church together, and they're all kind of in cahoots in some kind of way.
So first off, I'm going to give you a little piece of insider information. I think someone found this on a YouTube. I saw someone's YouTube on this. It only has like 500 views on it. So no one's seen this piece of information. But someone dug back in the newspaper and found that Ammon and Josh, they went on a Mormon mission trip together. So they're like BFFs, which is crazy.
I didn't know this
they
part.
claim
I didn't know this
they're
part.
two completely separate people.
Uh-huh.
Like Josh is like, oh, corporate is completely different. Like corporate's not, we can't control what they're doing. Like they make their own decisions. When really you can see they're like literally best
That's
friends with
crazy.
each other. Like Josh and Ammon are, I don't even think they're allowed to shower separately. Like they have to be in the same room at all times when they're on their mission trip because they're not allowed to like jerk off in the shower or something, you know? So like they have to like
yeah.
shower with the door open and stuff. And so Josh and Ammon are like closer than any two human beings can be together, but they try to make it seem like they're like completely different.
In order to have his case against Brandon and Josh approved, Ben first has to make a good faith effort to resolve the disagreement with all parties involved. When they try to approach Josh to make their good faith effort, police are already waiting for them and pull them over for supposedly not fully stopping at a stop sign, despite the body cam footage later proving this completely false. Body cam footage also reveals Josh calling the police to claim that Ben is stalking him rather than just trying to serve papers legally, and that he might be pushed to shoot.
Evie's not here. Evie's sadly not here. She's with Evie's with my mom right now because I had to go on the fraternity trip. But she'll be back like next week. I know. Sad. It's sad, but she'll be back. She's at her grandparents' house right now, just enjoying herself. So, but yeah, let's get back to
someone
this.
over it.
A threat.
One of the dispatchers made a note here saying that you were gonna shoot someone.
What the fuck?
If they try to break into my house.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if they come inside.
Papa Gary.
they'll have
He's
to
also at, bro, I'm home alone. Gary's not here. Like, I'm home alone right now.
Love Roblox?
Gary's back at our hometown right now.
Digital gift cards with
And
Microsoft
who the fuck-
Rewards.
Okay.
Anyways, Gary's home right now. Evie's at her grandparents' house or my parents' house. I'm just home alone. So now I'm just streaming because I got nothing better to do. I've done my homework for the night. So, love Roblox. Bros, party at bros. Dude, that's crazy.
Is that not a threat?
That's
And as
crazy.
for Brandon, Ben tried to
Maybe.
speak with him at his
I
home.
don't- I don't-
only for
I don't know
Brandon
where-
to stand
I
there in
don't-
complete
I don't know when
silence
my
until the police
roommate's
made
getting
him
back,
leave
though.
under the threat of jail
I
time
don't know when
if
he's
he
getting back
returned.
though.
He
That's the
didn't
only
steal
thing.
anything. He inherited the store from somebody
No,
else.
he stole $200,000
How do you know this?
because I've been spending the last 3 months in the case and I won in court.
With his good faith efforts rejected, Ben's case
Dude, she
against
did not
Brandon
know
was
what to say
officially
after that.
accepted by the court. The police approached Ben and his friend once again at night this time to conduct a random 2-hour search of his car under a random suspicion that they are carrying heroin. They found nothing, but still tried to pressure them into confessing they were under the influence, claiming that their
Which is
eyes were
crazy.
suspiciously dilated. They weren't. Fork PD was later caught on a body cam claiming that they were going to scare Ben and his team a little before letting them go.
Can't we just have him pick his friend up? And I'm probably tired of dealing with the police at this point. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's gonna scare him a little bit and let him go is all I really was gonna do. But
Making it even
That
harder
is
to
fucking
believe
crazy.
the heroin lie. Which who believes the heroin lie? No one. Regardless, being unable to amicably settle with Josh over this got Ben's court case against him approved as well. And with an official process server alongside him, Ben placed a sign in Josh's neighborhood that read, "I stole a dying man's life savings," on a public piece of land to lure him out to be served his papers. As they waited, 3 separate police confrontations took place, ending with one officer trying to directly serve Josh the papers himself. He returns and says that Josh, quote, doesn't want them because he believes they're fake.
Have you two been to court before?
No, he can't. No, he's a YouTuber.
You've never been to court with him?
No.
So these papers that he printed up are
Fake.
fake.
Yes, 1 billion, trillion, gazillion %.
They're not
He's
fake.
a-
They aren't fake. That's the fucking crazy part.
It's like you're getting served papers. No, they're fake. I won't accept
That's
them. Like,
fucking
they're fake,
crazy.
You're not gonna do anything.
Oh my god.
What was that?
Can I peek at it?
It kind of puts me in a little bit
All
of
right,
a
never
bind.
mind. It's fake. There's no
Because-
lawsuit anymore.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's also a thing too with like if
Bro,
you have a public
bro,
server
play
there who
Fortnite.
has no qualm with the
This
case,
is-
I mean, who is not related to the case at all,
Bro,
should be
I
able
don't
to
have
go up,
Fortnite.
serve the papers,
I don't have
and like
Fortnite
that's just
downloaded
it.
on
Right?
anything.
That's
I could
that's
not even
serving
play if I
someone.
wanted to.
But to have the police sit there and be like, well, they're fake. Well, how do you know? What about these makes it fake? You know what I mean? Well, what's about the police body cams? They can just turn it off, or they can silence their
Oh,
mics.
that's
Yeah, which is fucking crazy.
Well, why would you be able to do that?
I'm gonna have a discussion with this officer. Go on that little pot of land right there. Perfect, right there is fine. Yep.
They
Unless
turned
there's
off
just
his
some
mic.
reason I understand
Which is
editor see
fucking
if there's a
crazy.
reason that we
They were
legitimately
kissing.
just
That's
don't know
crazy.
about. But does that not sound corrupt? Okay, well he thinks it's fake. Okay,
Like, bro,
click back on. All right, we're just gonna tell them to leave. A fourth set of officers confront them, this time directly calling the court to prove if the case is real. They are seen on body cam.
The fact that the cops do this, like, so openly in this fucking town is fucking crazy. Like, have some self-respect.
Told
like, fuck.
It is 100% legit.
Yeah, looks like a real small claims case in our court.
So they get fed up and just arrest Ben without reading him his rights. Ben gets out of jail, desperately starts a GoFundMe for Brian and his family and advertises it with another insulting sign. Police stop by and are seen scrambling to think of what excuse to arrest him again, right? In the footage, they're just like, I don't know.
Is it disorderly conduct? Why? Did it raise the police to be summoned because it causes problems? Did he come out? Is he upset about it?
I guess, but that's not.
Look at your stalking code.
Yeah,
see if it's that. If it's not, we're gonna look at disorderly. If it's not disorderly, then we're gonna look at the city ordinance.
Dude, this
they
shit,
eventually try to seize one of their phones and immediately arrest Ben's friend Sheldon for, quote, trying to destroy evidence.
That's crazy.
After he attempts to lock his
Everybody,
phone, which is his
if y'all don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, y'all are losing y'all's badge.
You're attempting to destroy evidence. That's a worse charge than what you're looking at.
Just locking my
Nope.
phone.
Nope.
Yeah, I was just locking my phone.
I don't
That's
think
all I
so.
did.
Okay.
Soon after, their home base in Utah gets raided on a warrant that included, quote,
This shit is
stolen
crazy.
Lego, which lines up with the piece of defamation Josh threatened to make about Ben if he decided to go through with a lawsuit.
You stole them, bitch.
I stole the Legos?
Yeah, you're a fucking thief.
Dang. Okay.
You can shut the fuck up. That's your fucking choice.
A future statement from
Like
the Fort
what?
Police Department claims host
Are
of
you
the
off to go?
Airbnbs
Bye-bye?
Ben and
Alright,
friends
y'all
were
have fun.
staying at heard them
I'll be
talking
here.
about
I'll be
stolen
here.
Legos, which is just so funny. If I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh yeah, did you hear about those stolen Legos? That doesn't mean that there's stolen Legos here in my fucking house, dude. Like, you could talk about
Bye,
things.
guys.
About, it's just so stupid. Every single one of them is thrown in the back of a cop car, and in this process, Ben's arm is yanked behind his back so hard that it dislocates his shoulder.
Fun.
That's cool. Fork Police Department, you rule! Fork Police Department would also claim that Ben
Then they
must
released
have
a
faked his
statement,
injury
and that
because the
shit is
X-ray
fucking
image he flashed on the
worse.
screen in the video was of a left shoulder, despite it being the right shoulder that was dislocated. It was very clear stock image Ben used to emphasize what the cop had done to his shoulder. It wasn't the actual fucking proof. Yeah, so I mean, come on, guys. That's not way to X-way. It's like, no shit, dude. God, what is going through your mind during all these altercations with the American Fork Police Department? And I mean, like, them fucking up your shoulder. Did they even give you medical attention? I'm so curious
So
to
my
see.
shoulder's not that bad, just
Okay.
because it literally dislocates like probably once a month for the last like
Jeez.
9 years. Like
That's
it's like a
fucking
very
crazy.
normal thing. Like it just pops out and within a second it pops back in. Like it's like I used to have to like manually do it, but now it's my shoulders are so loose now it just goes in very fast, which is why I try to
That's
make like
terrible.
too big of a
That's
deal
actually
about
terrible.
that. I just really hurt my shoulder like right before. It was just bad timing, I guess.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking during, I don't know, I'm just like in shock the whole time because I usually try to be like pretty like respectful to police officers. I grew up in like a pretty conservative place where it's like you respect the police officers, you know. So
Pardon my reach.
No, it's all
Seatbelt
good.
on.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks
Okay.
for being nice and
Yeah.
cool.
Thank you for being cooperative.
if you show them respect, they'll show you respect. You know, that's kind of how I've always like lived my life with police. But yeah, this is so weird because I feel like I showed them lots of respect through the videos. You know, like I was pretty open about what we're doing and stuff, and then I showed them respect and they didn't show me respect back. So it was very interesting. But it is kind of sad to think that this is happening to other people that aren't filming. You know, and they're just getting screwed over for no reason, and it definitely sucks.
Ben was released on a $2,500 bail and dodged an entire month-long sentence. Unfortunately, Ben now had a court case coming up with charges that put him at risk for a 5-year jail sentence. He had no time to breathe before his roommate called and claimed an officer stopped by their place and claimed to have a warrant for Ben's arrest. This time, it was non-bailable, and it listed that he, quote, represented a credible threat to the physical safety of a protected person.
Which is
I wonder who that was.
protected
Now that there
person.
were police
That's
officers
actually
all
crazy.
over the county after Ben,
Protected
he actually fled
person
to
is
Mexico to continue the
insane.
case without fear of being arrested. He could very well not be there anymore, but is likely not disclosing any more info about his whereabouts, where he has before. Usually he says, I'm here, I'm there. Now I think he's probably just fucking laying low. As you can imagine, PR for Bam was getting even worse during this time. This is when Amen agreed to go on small Lego channel streams to explain more of his side, during which he does something that Bam has done on more than one occasion, uses employees as a shield to gather sympathy for problems their company caused.
We legally can't direct franchisees who to hire, who not to hire. The franchisee will be held accountable, but we actually can't fire or, step over the line of that.
Which is crazy because the original owner was hired by the people in corporate. Like the actual first store owner that took on this consignment was hired by the fucking
With wireless flaky
the owner.
5G business internet. With Optimum Business.
I don't.
We're Lego company. Why are you being so mean to us? Isn't that what it feels like? Oh, they're bad. I'm not bad.
I'm a 46-year-old man playing with Lego.
I'm 48. My wife has sex with other men. It's unfortunately true that people have become so infuriated hearing about how evil BAM is that they began harassing employees and review bombing locations that had nothing to do with the controversy, which is a shame. That doesn't mean that you should go into a store and like fucking actually physically hurt anybody or whatever. But
crazy.
if you're
I
review
don't
bombing
condone
shit, I mean,
any of
it's
that shit.
fucking blame Eamon, dude. Blame your fucking head honcho. He's the reason that this is all happening, right? And Josh and the Fork Police Department.
A lot of people to blame.
Yeah, it's got a lot of things. There's a lot of things, a lot of targets you could throw up there. This actually hurts Ben's case, as BAM can now lump him in with the people that are doing these targeted attacks and harassment and label everyone as malicious. And it doesn't help that there have been both death threats and bomb threats made.
My name is I'm gonna you in the way you've never seen. You're the next one on the line. We go down from Salem, Oregon, and we come down the list.
In fact, Ben alleges that Eamon called the police directly and claimed he planned on shooting up the store and burning the place down if the sets are not returned, which don't recall Ben saying that.
They sent people in saying they're going to murder our manager. They sent a lady in, and the lady's like, "Oh, I'm going to murder you," to Amanda, the manager.
Obviously, these are all fake threats. I would never do something like that. The police think that these are real threats. So now the police from Los Angeles, from Utah, they're all working together now to catch me.
As we mentioned earlier, one YouTuber, MGS Bricks, visited multiple locations with a large collection of minifigures, including a Chrome C-3PO. Yeah, a Chrome C-3PO. Put the value up on screen, which we already know. Of the 4 stores he visited, 2 offered 18% and 19% of his collection's value. The other 2 stores offered a measly 6% and 10%, meaning that on the low end, one store offered him $96 for his entire Lego collection.
Oh my god, that's insane.
That's actually
You know what's
crazy.
weird though is do you not get a better reputation if you actually just kind of pay good 50%?
You're just like a
50%
good
what's
person,
worth?
don't you? Just like
60 over half.
Yeah. Well, you gotta think. Yeah. Then they're only making 40%.
I'm only making 40%. Your Chrome. I mean, like it's a Chrome C-3PO. I don't really know the. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know the value of these things. But I'm like, if I sold that little motherfucker for a percentage, I'd be walking out of the store and I'd be like looking back at him and shit, just sitting on the counter. When he went to the final store, he sent his friend in to make the exchange since the store knew who he was. After the employees combed through the Lego and handed them back, MGS Bricks noticed that the rare 30th anniversary Chrome C-3PO valued at around $800. God damn, was missing. Both men checked the car and the collection again before heading back inside. As soon as they walked in, they saw the rare minifig sitting on the employee's desk. And when they confronted him about it, the Bricks and Minifigures employee handed it back to them, saying he had somehow forgotten to return it. What a fucking snap.
That's actually crazy.
Weird. How did it end up over here?
How did it end up in my purse?
Sorry about that. That's called stealing. No. I just took it for myself. What? Just as he handed it over, the Bricks and Minifigures employee made one more comment claiming that the rare minifig was actually a fake. Ugh. Yeah, it's actually not even good, so if you just want me to hold on to it, I can. Which made the situation even more suspicious. Obviously, the guy tried fucking stealing it. Come on. That's crazy. That's a crazy evolution as a human being, though, isn't it? I mean, like, you're stealing Legos. Can you imagine as a child? Oh, your future self walks up to you and they're just like, we're going to be in Legos and we're going to steal from people. We're going to steal Legos from people. Really?
I mean, kid me would be like, yes.
Do you think so? I feel like they'd be like, why are you stealing?
This is fucking crazy. This side story is fucking actually insane.
I'm barking up the wrong
like,
tree, aren't I?
this just shows how corrupt each of the fucking stories is. And it really just trickles down from the top.
Ever. After MGS Bricks made their video exposing their terrible trade-in service, he created a follow-up video revealing emails from COO of BAM, Matt McNeff, and their responses have some parallels, going on and on about how the store owner of one of these locations is currently handling the passing of his grandfather, and how another employee is directly involved in preparing to undergo heart surgery. He also claims there have been death threats made by people calling the store due to MGS Bricks video. It's just, the sympathy bait is just, well, he's only going because his grandpa's real sick, so he should just let him be a piece of shit.
going through a lot right now.
Okay, he's getting heart surgery. He could be an asshole and he can rob from you.
Dude, these
okay?
Yeah, I
these
feel like
owners,
they're too
bro.
far gone. But at one
Oh my
point, they could have
God.
just been like, you know what? We're sorry. Let's make this right. Even if they couldn't get the let's say for example they sold some of the set. You know what I mean?
Financially, get what was worth and give it to him.
Buy the sets back and be like, and that's really good.
1,000,000,000%. It's too far now.
Yeah,
if they did it now, you'd be like, well, you guys are just fucking. If they would have gotten called out and they're like, no, even later on, in the rebuttal, no, we didn't do that.
Dude.
Yes, you did. Okay, fine, you caught us. Sorry. Wait. Okay, here, just make it right. You could have been totally even Stevens on everything, but instead you're just being a fucking. I mean, you're being greedy. That was another thing too. Is even like how polite you were, at least how civil you were with going to corporate. It made me think about: was there any specific action that corporate took that you believe like unnecessarily escalated this situation as a whole? How corporate responded to things?
So first off, corporate is involved. Second off, I mean, if I was corporate and someone came up to corporate headquarters and be like, hey, I think you guys are holding some of our Legos. I think that was my exact word. I'm like, hey, I think you guys are holding some of our Legos. Can we work with you guys to get them back? His response to that was, no, like
No,
the
we're
Legos
not.
were never in our store, basically just saying that, like just trying to lie to me. So if I was corporate, I would have been like, okay, let's pull out the inventory list. Let's see if we do have your Legos, and that's what any other CEO would have done.
Yeah, anybody
Is
else.
say like, hey, if this person's claiming to have Legos stolen by our company, then
This
look,
so
and I
could have
had
been
all- I had-
avoided so many ways, and that's the crazy thing. Like that's it. Just shows that like modern day companies really think they can fuck over anybody just because. And I know the history of why they think that, and it's because because in law right now, each company is entitled to be beneficial to the shareholders, not the employers. So whatever the top dollar is, that's what's more beneficial to them than anything
the
else.
inventory list in my hand with me. So I would have said, hey, can you show me the inventory list then? I wouldn't have been like, oh no, get out of my store. I'm calling the cops,
Yeah.
That's not what I would have done, I
Shit's crazy.
guess.
They could have totally had good PR too, in the sense you could be like, I wasn't aware of this co-assignment, but I'm gonna take the responsibility here, do what's right, and give you back your sets. At the very least.
Yeah, well, they're just looking at it though, and they're looking at like the amount of money they're gonna lose and all that kind of stuff, and they just, it's so
a
stupid
PR
because
thing.
it's a PR thing. But now I'm like, I feel like you're in so much worse.
Yeah, you're in so much worse.
So like you're gonna have to financially, you're financially so much more down. I bet.
Even if Ben loses, I feel like the damage, the reputation.
I'm telling you, they're gonna have to rebrand. They will do a rebranding, and they won't tell anybody. It's gonna be they're gonna shut down all the media accounts, and they're just gonna reset. And the thing is like it will probably fucking work.
Oh.
3.
Which is crazy.
I'm Lon Simmons, Vice President of Pro
Which is actually crazy.
Unfortunately.
People were heavily anticipating the third installment of the series, and Ben was working on it nonstop to the point where it was starting to affect his health. This excitement would come to a sudden halt, however, and a short update video was released instead. Brian, Ben, and his team are now in the middle of a RICO lawsuit filed by BAM. Due to the nature of what's in the video, releasing it would result in him losing his $300,000 lawsuit, and the GoFundMe would be taken down as well. In the video, he withholds directly stating the company's name to avoid any kind of trouble.
Now he's free to release it. And now that's what we're building up to.
Brian will go straight to this mystery company that I am no longer allowed to talk about.
Ben explains that there has yet to be a moment for him to share his side of the story with the court despite having footage as evidence. He believes they don't want the video released because he directly discusses the false bomb threats and murder threats they're claiming were made. Shortly after the video was uploaded, Ben's GoFundMe was briefly shut down for reasons he also claims he can't talk about, under fear of it landing him in jail, but thankfully, as of June 10th, the GoFundMe seems to have been brought back up. More information is coming out every day regarding this whole situation, including an important update from BAM on June 4th that states Brandon and Joshua made a mutual agreement to no longer work with the company. Ben has claimed in the past that his entire channel has been demonetized for a very long time, so he isn't able to hire an expensive lawyer despite everyone begging him to do so. So, while watching and sharing his video is a great way to spread awareness, you can directly support him by checking out his Patreon and supporting his cause. And for a lot of the content that he
My favorite thing about this whole saga right now is that you have CoffeeZilla, Penguin Zero, Papa Meat. You have all these big YouTubers like showing support for Reckless Ben even through all this and like putting all this information out there. Like you're getting all the big YouTubers to like just compile more and more fans onto what's already been big and making it bigger and bigger to the point where BAM is just gonna have to continue to notice this and just be like, yo, we have to do something. Like, just, we have to be nice. Like, we can't keep being rude. But we'll see what the next installment
It is
looks like.
really cool, and we just wanted to need to bring more light to situations like this. You know, I mean, it's just a creator doing something fucking awesome, making extreme waves in terms of like getting something done to the point where now stupid fucking like judicial systems are getting in the way and just kind of, I mean, halting somebody's progress for trying to right the wrongs of a thing that could have just been very easily solved. But instead, greed has taken over, and now you have a fucking Lego company threatening to put somebody in jail for 5 years for trying to like right the wrongs of trying to like help somebody get their collection back. I mean, and just like as a last thing too, I'm just curious, like, do you remain optimistic that the Legos will be returned to Manziel, or do you think that, like, the reason I ask is because these people have doubled, tripled, quadrupled down to such an extent that as like a person that has consumed the content that you've put out, and as like someone that's following the channel, even I have lost optimism that these people are ever going to learn and like do this, or is it going to be something that he's going to have to recoup them in some other way?
I don't know. It is interesting. It reminds me a lot of the pizza thing from McKamey Manor, where it was like, oh, we got to get pizza with Russ, and everyone was telling us Russ will never get pizza with you. Like, he will die before he gets pizza with you, you know? And we finally got the clip at the end where he's like, I'm giving up, you know, like, here's the pizza thing or whatever. They keep saying they're willing to give the Legos back, but they've been saying that since like day one, I guess. Of like, oh, we'll give it. And then when Brian's finally like, okay, like, let's do it, then they always pull something out where they're like, oh, we actually can't do it anymore. You know, like, you have to apologize to Amanda first, or you have to delete all these like negative comments, or you have to, and we always do the things they tell us to do, and they still don't give us the Legos. As of today, Ammon said, we just want to give them the Legos back. Brian won't accept them.
Our number one priority right now is to ensure that he gets made whole. And so we're working towards that, and we're hoping that he'll be able to come to the table. We're excited to be able to make that happen.
Obviously, he will accept them. Ammon's not the one to give them back. So it kind of comes down to, like, is Ammon willing to tank his whole company because of this? And it seems like maybe, I don't know.
That's the craziest part, is it feels like they would rather implode this company they've built versus like admitting that they're wrong. It's a level of delusion that just seems insane. Dude, I mean, like, even
we're watching the recap right now. Did you see? So Nikolai, Reckless Ben released his 3rd video today. So I'm giving everybody a recap right now, and then we're gonna watch the 3rd video.
Had a moment of clarity where he was like, okay, like, I get it.
Get your snacks, get your popcorn. We're gonna be here for a while.
This has become such a huge thing. It's crazy to die on this hill. It's just unbelievable. And that leads me, I guess, to like the final thing of how can we, like, is there any way to support you or Brian in this time of, like, I know that you have a Patreon and stuff that we wanted to plug and shout out and stuff, but is there any other way that we can help?
Yeah, probably just those 2 things. Yeah, Brian's GoFundMe's been going crazy. And obviously we passed the goal within like a few hours, but Brian is now being sued by Minifigs.
Of course. Why would
not only did they steal from him, now they're trying to sue the person they stole from for literally no reason.
Well, they got to squeeze as much as they possibly can out, you know. If they've dug this deep, they got to keep digging, it seems like. My God.
Yeah, and they're trying to get us for RICO charges, which lawyers are saying we're obviously trying to get it dismissed. So if it gets dismissed, we might be good. But if it doesn't get dismissed, they're saying it could be like millions of dollars in lawyer fees, which is crazy. So then the GoFundMe would just be a small fraction of that. But the good news is it would take about 2 years. So I think within 2 years, we probably could raise that because we'll just keep making content about it. So I'm not really too worried, but yeah, I think the GoFundMe and Patreon, like all of the money from Patreon and GoFundMe right now is just going towards like a legal trust is what we put it all in.
You're already stocking up on
snacks. Which is crazy that they had to put all the GoFundMe money into
Simply purchase any 2 eligible
big-ass company.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's fucking awesome. I mean, you know, I hope that the situation can clear itself up soon. I appreciate you taking time. These are just some thoughts that we had in this crazy fucking roller coaster you're on, but I mean, you're doing a fucking crazy good thing, man. I mean, very selfless, and I mean, I know all your viewers appreciate it, so, and I appreciate it too, so thank you so much.
Oh yeah, no, that's sick. It's been a fun journey for sure. It's awesome. I just love doing going on like fun adventures and stuff like this. If you can help people out, then it's just fun for me, I guess. I don't know.
No, I think that's a perfectly reasonable answer. It's a sickening thing that's happening right now. You don't really know what to do, and all we can do is the only thing we have, crazy. Nick, is this channel to talk to people about it and to tell people to go support Ben's Patreon and help him fight this case, and also hopefully that whenever this is all said and done, we can hear some more of these stories that I know he desperately wants to say. Bricks and Minifigs, go fuck yourself. You guys suck. Right. Also, I want to preface this too. That doesn't mean that any of you should go and harass and do it like bomb. There should be nothing of harassing these locations because it will not help anybody. But it's important to realize that like there is a shark in the water and there's blood in the water and these motherfuckers are lurking around and stuff. You know what I mean? So just be mindful of that. Be sure to tell your friends to never shop at Bricks and Minifigs. I hope it fails. I hope it fails, and that all the employees, or it's their regular jobs, I hope they're able to find something quickly, and that everyone at the top, I hope you never own a business again, you predatory sacks of shit. Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say.
Okay. Guys, until next time, we will see you in the next one. But like I said, be sure to check out Reckless Ben's channel.
And here we go.
I'm about to go to court.
This is the big one right here. The big thing. Before we start this, I'm gonna give me another bottle of water. I'm gonna give me a sparkling water, and we're gonna sit here and we're gonna enjoy this. All right. I'll be right back. Give me 0.5 seconds. I'm gonna leave it on the screen though. I'm leaving it on the screen. All right, I'm back. This is it. Here's the big thing right here. The moment we've all been waiting for. The moment we've all been waiting for. I got my H-E-B sparkling soda. 0 calories. Love it. Sweetened. Always get the sweetened one. But hold up. But yeah, I think we're just gonna start this right now. Let's just get straight into this.
And I don't even know what I did wrong. Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs is making up tons of lies about me to the police to try to get me thrown in jail so I can't release my documentary about them. But the crazy part is I'm not even allowed to know what they're saying I did. Legally, I'm not allowed to film inside court, so I formally requested the audio, but since there was no visual, I hired an animator to animate over it. Right now, I kind of don't even know what I'm being charged for because all of the body cam footage has been redacted, and they say it's to protect the victims. However, I think there are some redactions that maybe don't make sense and that weren't to protect the victims, and there's some things being said about me that are redacted I don't know about.
I do have some concern in this case with the defendant representing himself. The allegations here relate to the fact that the defendant, he's a person he's a YouTuber, creates videos, publishes them online, and has been, if this defendant were to represent himself and we were to provide body cams and discovery, we would be now providing additional information and fodder for this defendant to create videos from which he could profit by placing them on YouTube at the expense of our victim. I have serious concerns for that.
Interesting. Ooh, first ad? Even though I thought they were monetized.
Blubbering Cave with Liberty Biberty.
It's bundle and save on insurance with Liberty Mutual. Okay, let's do another take.
What do you want me to...
Yeah, the state of Utah is claiming that if they tell me what I'm being accused of, then I'll use it for content on my YouTube channel. And they can't have that. They're arguing to the judge that the best thing to do is to not let me know what's being said about me, which is very strange, but that's their argument. And just in case you haven't been following along with this whole Lego story, this is all happening because I stepped in to help a family who got their Lego collection stolen from a company called Bricks and Minifigs. And for the last couple months, this company's been doing whatever they can to get me arrested so they can keep all the Legos for themselves. And this isn't even just me speculating. One of their own employees literally told us what their plan was.
I got a call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them arrested? How do we get them arrested?
But eventually, Bricks and Minifigs found out that I'm not just some random kid. I'm actually a YouTuber making a documentary on the entire scandal.
So the YouTube guy is named Reckless Ben. I don't want to be on YouTube.
Yeah, this is when things really started getting crazy. Bricks and Minifigs went into ultimate defense mode and was going to do whatever it takes to prevent this documentary from coming out. First, the police got a call saying I had heroin on me.
This officer is going to conduct the search of your person because there are lethal substances in the vehicle.
And obviously, they found nothing. But then they got a call saying that I was the one that stole the Legos. And I got swatted by the entire police department.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
And we all got arrested. But right when I got out of jail, I got a warrant for my arrest for some mystery crime that I committed.
We've seen all this.
Live in LA, or his last known address is in LA.
Yeah, the police showed up to my house all the way in Los Angeles to arrest me without bail.
He was like, just tell him he has a warrant for his arrest.
But the police couldn't arrest me.
And you're where he actually is?
No idea.
Okay.
I was somewhere very far away.
Bro was in Mexico.
Anyways, back to court. The judge is looking at signing a protective order to protect Josh and all of his statements about me. If this protective order gets signed, then I'll never be able to find out what he's claiming I did.
I got bad news. I don't think we have any more budget for animation, dude.
Oh, shoot. So how do we animate this next court scene? I guess if we have to not pay the lawyers, then I guess the animation's more important, right?
Yeah, we decided maybe the lawyers are actually more important. So, yeah, we ran out of animation budget. Sorry, guys.
The court's inclined to sign this pretrial protective order unless you have an objection to it, Mr. Schneider, and the objection to such an order.
Yes, I think there's a bunch of misunderstandings in this case, and so this person doesn't want to get exposed, so he's making up a lot of lies about me to order to like get me arrested before he gets exposed. So that's what this whole thing's about.
However, before I was allowed to show any of the overwhelming evidence I have to support my claims, the judge didn't care about the evidence and signed the protective order anyways.
Mr. Schneider, the court's going to sign this order and serve it upon you.
So the court has
What
made it
the
clear
fuck?
they do not want to look at
The
evidence,
judge?
and they want to protect Josh.
The judge is protecting them too?
And now I have to
What the
somehow
actual
file a court
fuck?
case against all of these mystery crimes against me that I have no clue what they're even saying I did. So this whole mess is happening in American Fork, Utah. But I'm also being charged with another case in Provo, Utah. This is
What
where
the
Corporal
fuck?
Brixton Minifigs is, which is why I'm also being charged here. And this police department has surprisingly actually followed the law when it comes to discovery, and they sent me all the raw body cam footage of what I'm being charged for. Let's start at the beginning, the moment I first met the CEO. The reason I'm talking to him right now is because before exposing this company for the grand theft they committed, I thought it was in good faith to give them an opportunity to do the right thing first before I make a documentary about this.
You had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store?
Nope. Never happened.
But the CEO did not want to take the opportunity to do the right thing and instead instantly called the cops on us.
Hi there, I'm calling to report a crime.
They themselves said, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or I'll kill you. It's Ben Snyder who's been the one engaged in this behavior.
You can see in the police report that the crime he wanted to get us charged for...
He straight up just lied! Like, they had all the clips!
...into paying us, which is very illegal.
Wow.
However, obviously he's just making all of this up. The reality is, I just thought it was a nice gesture to give him the opportunity to do the right thing first.
If you guys do have our Legos, we just kind of want them back, you know?
But if there's one thing I've learned from this entire experience, it's that whoever ends up doing the morally right thing just ends up getting screwed over. So now, it's time to play the way Brixton Minifigs is playing and use their own strategy against them. Right now, their strategy is to get me arrested before I get them arrested. So now, I'm gonna Uno reverse this and get Eamon, the CEO, arrested before he gets me arrested. But if I'm gonna be the reason that someone's going to jail, I should probably make sure that they definitely deserve this. So, I'm gonna give them one more chance to try to do the right thing first. But instead of doing the right thing and attempting to work this out, Eamon just hid in his little office.
What a crazy thing.
What does high-protein Blue Wilderness make possible? Epic journeys together. With
And he called the police on me.
I can already tell you right now, no one's coming out to talk to you guys.
Really? But they told us that they were.
I know.
Normally I wouldn't want to get someone arrested, but we gave him every opportunity to talk to us, so at this point he's just arresting himself. However, the only difference between my strategy and Brixton Minifigs' strategy is I don't have to lie to the police. Eamon McNeff actually committed a crime. I have tons of crimes on camera that Eamon McNeff has committed. Let's start at the beginning with crime number 1.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No.
So who's
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who is that?
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Nope. Never happened.
Eamon was first trying to claim that he's never even heard of Brian Mansell, and this guy
never
had any Legos in a Bricks and Minifigs store. But once we showed him all of the social media posts his own company made, it was very obvious that we just caught him in a lie. So the CEO decided to change his story, and now the story is the Legos used to be in the store, but the previous owner, Crystal, she stole the Legos right before they took over the store.
Back up the easy way.
We don't have the Lego. Crystal sold the Lego.
The only problem is there's security camera footage of the previous owner getting kicked out.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
Corporate just said that they're going to be the ones to take over the consignment deal with all the Legos that are still in the store. And as extra proof that these Lego sets were still in the store, the owner went into the back and started taking pictures of everything that you can verify in the metadata with the timestamps that match the exact moment she's getting kicked out. And then you can see her leave the store with nothing in her hands, proving that the sets were still in the store and the CEO is lying to us right now. But that's only one side of the story. I also thought it was fair to hear his side.
You sent a bunch of pictures of the Legos still in the back, and you can see in the security camera footage, Corporate comes and throws her out.
Great. I understand what you're talking about, but you have a misunderstanding of what has occurred, and you're taking one person's word over another person's word. You need to go after the party that's responsible, and you don't want to because that's not easy. You have accepted a narrative that is not real, and you are continuing to pursue that narrative because it's easy and it gives you views and it gives you all sorts of clout and does all sorts of things that way.
So basically what the CEO's trying to explain to me is we shouldn't be looking at the evidence. Instead, I should just be taking his word for it because he said so.
Crystal Law was a former franchisee of Bricks and Minifigs.
Yeah.
She took Mr. Mansell's Lego, sold it, didn't pay him, she has his money.
But
she sold his Lego, she has his money.
To make it easier for you guys to understand the CEO's argument, we're going to demonstrate his argument with a little skit.
Oh, that wasn't a backflip. No,
are you sure?
You have a misunderstanding of what happened.
Yes, this is the exact argument the CEO is trying to make. Something we just saw in video, the CEO is saying never happened, which would mean the CEO's lying. And most people would agree that lying is morally wrong. However, if you lie about a crime, the way Eamon's lying to me right now, then that's not just morally wrong anymore.
It's also a crime.
That crosses into new territory called illegal. The specific crime is called obstruction. If someone commits this crime, they can get arrested. We're at the police station, and we're going to charge them with a criminal crime, obstructing of evidence.
And also, they have
a $200,000 theft.
Swatting, trying to swat.
Good news for us, we found out last week that all of the police in Utah take obstruction very seriously here. The police arrested my friend Sheldon for obstruction just for locking his phone.
Right now, you're attempting to destroy evidence. Okay, put your hands behind your back. I was just locking my phone.
You're under arrest for obstruction of evidence right now.
The crazy part is, the police didn't even have a warrant, so Sheldon locking his phone was 100% legal. But the police arrested him anyways because that's literally how serious the police take obstruction crimes here. They do not mess around when it comes to obstruction. So now, just imagine how angry the police are gonna be when I go into the police station and tell them that someone is actually, for real this time, committing an obstruction crime. And this obstruction crime is on a much bigger scale. Later, the police called me saying that they were going to do a police investigation on this.
Hey, Benjamin, this is Officer Halpern from...
Reckless man.
I told the detective...
What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, we know the police are corrupt as fuck. We know that they're not going to help you at all. We know that nothing's going to come of this. Like...
The entire situation. He was saying that this family's Lego sets were never even in the store, like all of this stuff, and it's all documented. I have video of all of him saying this. I think he's like falsifying evidence, and I think that's obstruction. And now that we stole Bricks and Minifigs' strategy, I think the plan is finally gonna work. Looks like the CEO is going down. I mean, I submitted the videos of Eamon saying we're gonna burn down the building and shoot him.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm gonna burn the place down. or we're gonna burn the place down, or I'll kill you.
And then I submitted all the raw footage of the entire conversation I had with him, proving to the police that we never even said anything close to this. This raw footage verifies that everything I told the police is true, and everything Eamon told the police is a lie. On top of that, I even got access to the complete case Eamon made against me, and he doesn't have a single piece of evidence to support any of his claims. Which I guess makes sense. Like, how can you support evidence if you're just making everything up? Like, of course you can't submit anything.
So if the police have to decide what case to pursue, they're obviously going to pursue this case because it has like a ton of evidence. And then they're going to throw out Eamon's case.
But we know that they're corrupt. 3 months later.
Trying to reach is not available.
Hello, my name is Ben Schneider. A couple months ago, I made a case, and you were the officer that was helping me create it. I submitted a bunch of evidence through a link you sent me, and this was a couple months ago, and I haven't heard anything back. And so I'm just calling to see if I can get some type of update on how the case is going.
Fucking cops,
it's
bro.
about the CEO, Eamon McNeff of Bricks and Minifigs, in an obstruction case. And so if you could give me a call back at your earliest convenience, that'd be awesome.
Chipotle honey chicken is back.
All right, during this ad,
Chipotle peppers and pure honey. It takes
during this ad, I'm gonna go give you some fucking goldfish, bro.
The Bold Quest brings back the 70s Movado archive. It's more than a watch.
All right, we got my bag goldfish.
It's a legacy on my wrist. Bold Quest by Movado.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed.
Yeah, literally no matter what I tried,
bro got ghosted.
I did not get a hold of this police
by the cops.
So I'm traveling all the way back to Utah to go back to the Provo police station in person to see how the police investigation against Eamon is going. And I just so happened to get a hold of the police schedule and arrived at the exact time this officer was supposed to arrive. But before I could speak to this officer, one of the other police officers called into the front desk and asked to talk to me.
I'm not seeing him on duty right now.
Really? They said he was going to be here today at 3 o'clock.
There's always the chance that they might have called out sick or something.
Is there any way that you can, like, check if he's here, or?
He's definitely scheduled to be here. Like I said, they might have called out sick or something.
Are you able to look and see how the case is going? All I really want is kind of just an update on the case.
That's not something that I can tell you.
Oh my god!
You can't even just tell me like how it's going, like if he's
These
still
cops are
crazy.
crazy.
No, I can't. That's not something I can do.
Okay, well thank you.
So basically, I came all the way out here to find 0 answers. But eventually, I did find an answer. They sent it to me in the mail. And looks like I was right. The police only had time to take on one of our cases. And it was Eamon's, not mine. Yes, the case that had an overwhelming amount of evidence, they thought that case was garbage. And they took on the case that has 0 evidence at all. In the police body cam footage, after the police watched my full conversation, proving that I didn't threaten to burn the place down or literally anything, they even admitted to Eamon that there was no credibility with his entire case against me.
We agreed that there really was no extortion code that would fit your situation. However, you know, at the end of the day, we do want to help you guys so you're not having to deal with this fool and all of his issues. We did find that there was another code that fit, and it's called aggravated commercial obstruction.
The police just told Eamon that even though there's absolutely nothing to his claim against me, if they work together, maybe they can fabricate some type of charge against me.
However, the tricky thing is that we have to prove that this individual either entered or remains unlawfully on the premise. When he came to the property, did you have to ask him more than once to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, we're not leaving until we get it. And he's like, no. I'm like,
So Eamon's telling the police that even though they continuously told us to leave, we didn't leave. But if we go back and look at the footage of what happened, this is the reality.
So when they say go to corporate, how do we respond next time? I have no idea. You have to take it up with them. It's your thing with them. That doesn't involve us. Okay. As a separate business entity, you gotta take it up with them. You gotta resolve it with them. Okay, well, thanks so much, guys. Yeah, sorry, guys. Good luck. You're good. Please, thank you. Hey, you want to talk? on their way out. If you want me to grab them or not.
I don't know. It kind of looks like the reality of what happened is we left too early for them. They wanted to pull us back in to keep talking to us. But we did show back up a second time, and to Ammon's credit, about halfway through the conversation, he did say that if we don't leave, he's going to call the cops on us.
You can leave. If you come back here, we will call the cops. If you don't leave right now, I will call the cops.
So you don't want to do the easy way?
And this is right after I told him you could do it either the easy way and just give us the Legos back, or we can do it the hard way, implying that we would take him to court.
So you're threatening me.
I'm not threatening. We're right. Like, we have a right to the Legos, so we're gonna get them the easy way or the hard way.
What proof of ownership have you provided to me that you own this Lego?
I mean, I can give you proof if you want.
Right. Provide proof.
But right after he says this, he's now asking us to provide him proof that we actually are entitled to these Legos, so we can't leave now because he just told us to stay and provide proof. And then at the very end of the conversation, he says this one more time.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
We have to leave? Okay. Well, thank you for working with us, and so see you later.
Well, we have now all just seen the video footage of what actually happened. But now let's hear how Ammon describes it to the police.
Crazy.
Guys, at this point, I've asked you to leave. Please leave. Well, you know, like, you have to listen to us. You have to pay us this money. No, guys, you need to leave, and you're not leaving. Like, but I asked multiple times, they did not leave.
Looks like that might be a second-degree felony. He's facing felony charges.
They're trying to get him on a felony! They're trying to make him a felon!
And tried to give Ammon the easy way out of all of this.
What the
They're
fuck?
now trying to get me on a second-degree felony, which I don't really know how any of this would make me get a second-degree felony. Like, what the heck, police officers? But they're doing it, and the punishment for this crime is 15 years in jail.
In prison.
Customize and save? More like customize and
What the
serve.
fuck?
You know,
what the
Liberty
actual
Mutual.
fuck? They trying to get him on a felony charge for Legos. Legos.
I don't know, you know, like however else, you know, like some of that stuff comes through, but you know, like the reality is like we've tried to talk with him and said we're willing to work with you.
Yeah, I think one of the main reasons the police keep taking Ammon's side instead of ours, besides the whole Mormon thing, is that Ammon keeps framing the situation as he's just the helpful CEO who's trying to do the right thing and return Brian's property. And we're the ones that are preventing him from giving it back to Brian. So, I say we rewatch the footage and see what actually happened.
We said we would be more than happy to help Mr. Mansell.
Yeah, because Brian said
he was unwilling to work with us.
Well, Brian said he asked for the store inventory, and that because he said like he wanted to work with you, and then you guys didn't provide the store inventory.
We asked him to provide us with any documentation, and he provided us with a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is not something that anybody, you know, like you can just walk over to a McDonald's right now and say, all of your ice cream machines belong to me. Why? Because so-and-so said so. Why? And I have a spreadsheet that says that all of these ice cream machines belong to me. That's not proof of ownership. That's not proof of anything.
So first off, this spreadsheet Ammon's referring to wasn't just some mystery spreadsheet. It was the actual inventory the store made. But I guess Ammon's trying to claim that the previous owner stole the Legos and then lied on the inventory, and so now it basically makes this inventory invalid. He said that when corporate was taking over the store, that they actually did their own inventory, and this is the correct inventory.
When we took over, we did an inventory.
And good news for me, he's willing to give me this inventory. He's actually always been willing to give it to me or Brian. All we've ever had to do was ask.
We will work with you to obtain any Lego that does exist.
Well, we did that, and you guys.
When?
I think like 5 or 6 times, and we've gotten 0 response back.
Yeah, literally the first thing I did right when I heard about this entire situation was I googled Bricks and Minifigs, clicked on their website, clicked contact us, and sent them a message. I actually got a message back from corporate saying that they would love to help, but after a few months, I kept trying to reply to this message, and they just completely ghosted me.
I think we've done like 6 over the last 4 or 5 months.
Pull it up. Find out. Tell me when.
Let's see. I said like, hey, I don't think this ever got resolved. I'm just reaching back out right now, and then never.
Hit forward right now. Resend it.
What's the email?
That is I don't know what email address that is.
This was on your guys' website.
That says fbc.team. I said franchise at bricksandminifigs.com.
Well, this is still on the website, so.
Did I tell you look up something on the website and send it there?
Well,
Did I say that? Just barely.
well, that's what.
Yes or no? Did I say that?
No.
I just said. Send me an
He's
email.
like a politician arguing this shit. Oh my god, it's not a yes or no question. There's more details that need to be talked about. Oh my goodness.
We'll work with that.
But you're getting mad at me because I emailed the email on the website.
You keep saying that you like. So that, I understand that, but I'm telling you right now, and you're trying to argue on something that I didn't give you any information about. I'm telling you, send it to that one.
Yeah, but you're like getting upset at us that we emailed the email that was on your website.
No, I'm telling you the way to do this, and you've been probably trying to communicate with a ghost.
Well, that's your guys' fault for putting that email on the website.
Sure. Okay.
Ben,
Understood.
so why are you getting mad at us because we emailed the website for your instructions?
To harass us.
Harass? What are we talking about?
We're just asking for our Legos back. If someone stole money from you and you went and politely asked for the money back, is that you harassing them?
It seems like Ammon kept either trying to stall or switch the subject.
My
It
fucking god.
almost seems like he doesn't want to actually give us this inventory. But he keeps saying he's willing to give it to us.
You guys can send that inventory list to us?
I do believe so. Yes. I think we have sent that to Brian.
He says he said that's all he wants is the inventory list, and he'll stop like bugging you guys.
Well, then, Mr. Mansell and you, and if you want to be included on the emails with Mr. Mansell, that's totally fine. You guys can email us, and we can go
But
back.
you guys will give him the inventory list? Because he said he's been asking for it for over a year now.
We can show the inventory list that was obtained when the store was originally taken over from Crystal Law, and we can work through that process and try and identify what was or wasn't there, and also try and identify how to proceed from there.
Yeah, I think Brian gets upset because he says they always say that they'll send me the list, kind of like how you're saying, oh, we can send it easily. But then when it comes down to it, you'll never actually send it. So maybe if you actually go ahead and send it, it would make him feel better.
Well, I understand what you're trying to get at. We're more than willing to work with you and help you. That's what I'm saying. Send an email.
So send it right now.
I just gave to you, and that will produce results.
But anyways, I sent an email to the email he told me about, not the one on their website. That's a bad email. Don't ever email that one or the C.
They're fucking going crazy. This shit is actually insane. Genuinely insane.
EO is gonna be pissed.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go make me some more snacks because this shit. I wish I had popcorn because this shit is so good right now. Like the fact that all this shit is going on is crazy. Alright, got my bag of chips. Got the rest of the ground beef that I cooked earlier today. We done leaving the room. We got the big bag of chips. We got the ground beef. Alright, let's go.
But according to Ammon, now that I've sent this email, I should be receiving the inventory list very soon. So I waited all day. And I got no answer. So the next day I sent them another email. I patiently waited again for about a week. And finally,
this is the response. Mr. Schneider, BAM Franchising Incorporation will not participate in any form of communication that appears designed for public provocation, harassment, or manipulation of facts for the purpose of media content. Attempts to obtain privileged or confidential information through misrepresentation or the creation of fraudulent documents.
Just for me asking for this inventory list to prove their innocence, Because I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to be like, hey, if you're innocent, I want to prove that you're innocent with this inventory list. But now, by me trying to do that, that's criminal behavior on my part.
And considered harassment. And we reserve all rights to refer such behavior to appropriate legal authorities,
It's
aka the cops.
So don't ask for our inventory list, or else we're going to call the cops.
Yes, Bricks and Minifigs has officially banned me from ever asking for this inventory list again. And I'm not the only one who's banned from asking for this list.
He promised us a full inventory right away. We've never received it.
Yeah, and every time it's been just absolutely nothing. So we've never gotten anything. We've never gotten an inventory list.
Yeah, the previous owner who got her entire store stolen from her by corporate, I mean, she's legally required to get sent an inventory list, and even she, 2 years later, has not gotten it yet.
It would have resolved everything because
2 years later,
they would have had to
and they still don't have
identify everything in the store, and it would have identified all of Brian's stuff, and they never provided it, so we couldn't then demand the third-party evaluation.
And it's now, what, a year and a half later?
You know, who knows what.
Still no inventory.
Dang.
So, would have solved a lot of problems a year and a half ago to go, here's the inventory.
And even Brian still hasn't received this inventory list yet.
I've never received an inventory list. I've never received a record of sales because they can't provide it. They opened the store up almost right away and started selling it.
And the worst part about all of this is it seems like the CEO is pretty much just trying to rub all of this in everyone's face. When I turned on the news, I saw this.
Now, as far as offering Brian the inventory, have you gone through the store, figured out what was part of his collection, taken inventory, and shown him that inventory to offer that?
We've tried to share those with Mr. Mansell in hopes that he can see, you know, like that we were not attempting in any way, shape, or form to withhold anything. Those then were offered to him, and the initial offer was rejected.
Now on public television, Ammon, the CEO, is telling the world that he tried to give us this inventory, but we're the ones that didn't want it.
We do want to help him recover as much of the collection. Our number one priority right now is to ensure that he gets made whole. We know that we have a responsibility to work with him to make sure he does get made whole.
So you've offered Brian the inventory of sets that was in the store.
It's Fox Local.
Whatever was left over, we've offered that on multiple occasions. So we've tried to make multiple offers, and hopefully we'll be able to get them to the table so we can discuss it.
And this is pretty much Ammon's game plan now. Go on as many news stations as you can.
Sorry, guys.
And lie.
I know that shit was a lot of
The
stuff.
entire time we were saying, hey, we want to help, we want to help.
The main narrative now seems to be Bricks and Minifigs has always been trying to give Brian his Legos back, but Brian just never wanted them back.
Would you be willing to just take this? And the answer was no. It was attempted to be given to the family, and it was refused. They made the offer and said, hey, you can have all this. And that offer was not accepted at the time.
Well, that's Ammon's side of the story, but I say let's take a look at what actually happened.
Read from the bottom up. That is our correspondence with Bricks and Minifigs, trying to work with them in getting the sets back.
So right when this happened, Brian hired an attorney to reach out to Bricks and Minifigs. They sent an email saying, how should we proceed to retake the possession of the sets/minifigures? And they actually emailed back saying they were willing to help. And then after this, they just never respond. So Brian's attorney sent them another email, just following up on this, when can we pick up the sets? And they still didn't respond. So the attorneys emailed back saying, it's now been 16 days. How can we get these Legos back? And finally, they received a response.
It says Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson have no legal obligation to return any of the Lego product that exists in their store to you. What? So yeah, basically they're saying that they're the ones that are not able to work with you, is what it seems like.
Exactly.
They finished this email saying, we consider this matter closed and will not be returning any Lego products to you. So as you can see, that's the reality of what actually happened. But then Ammon goes on Fox News and says this.
So they actually did have an attorney send information to us. We said, great, appreciate this. Let's see what we can do to work this out.
Yeah.
And then we never heard back.
I'm your mother's friend with benefits.
Benefits?
Benefits.
Benefits? Benefits.
Yeah, benefits.
With the Credit One Bank X5 card, you get 5% cash back rewards on gas, groceries, and
So why is Ammon going on like Fox News then and saying we wanted to give Brian
Ammon's
his
just
stuff
straight up
back.
fucking lying.
He's the one that didn't want his stuff back. He didn't want any of his things.
That's my point. I don't know. He's lying.
I truly do believe in integrity. Truly, I believe in the sentiment of integrity, and I believe everyone should have integrity.
But anyways, another thing the CEO seems to be pretty upset about is that when Brian kept demanding his stuff back and couldn't get it back, eventually he had enough. And he was like, I'm gonna make a Facebook post about this. And in his Facebook post, he called Bricks and Minifigs thieves and liars. And this Facebook post, like, really pissed off Ammon. I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is literally suing Brian now for millions of dollars, all because of this. I mean, back when I was talking to him at corporate headquarters, he made it very clear that what they did is technically not actually considered theft.
There is no theft. Do you understand the legal definition of theft? Legally have to mean the definition of knowing that the property was stolen or otherwise not belonging to that person.
And on my phone,
that was not known until Mr. Mansell came in days later and said, I have some of these things that need to be...
And that's another lie again, because...
It is not another lie.
So I showed Ammon the security camera footage where corporate acknowledges that they are now going to be responsible for these Lego Star Wars sets.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that kind of side that.
And after showing him this footage to try to bring the conversation back to reality, this was his response.
Extortion?
Because we caught you guys?
No, because you are attempting to extort us, so...
What?
That's what you're doing. What you are doing right now is illegal. It's an extortion.
So catching you guys in illegal activity, that's illegal on me.
Nope. We have done nothing.
See, I agree too. I agree. Nope, it's not illegal on us. Thank you for...
We have done nothing illegal, and you are doing something illegal right now.
I don't think that's illegal. I think us catching you guys for doing the illegal thing doesn't make that what we're doing is illegal. That means what you guys are doing is illegal.
Just like kindergarten shit, bro. Oh, so since you got me to lie, you're going to get arrested.
We have to leave?
Fuck you and everything you stand for. That's literally what they're doing.
Thank you for working with us. And
after just going around in circles for probably 30 to 40 minutes.
They keep giving him the runaround.
And just, having like kind of less than genuine questions or less than genuine responses being given to me. I was exasperated by the end of it, and that's, when people get tired and exasperated, that's when we finally got the footage that we can use to make him look like a completely unreasonable monster, but that's what they do is people whose goal is to do those types of things, they just
these type of people should not
go after people
ever be allowed
as long and hard as they can
in any position of power ever, bro.
That, then they can, use that one clip to be like, oh, look at this horrible monster of a person. So that's what I feel like has kind of really happened here.
So Ammon's claiming that I just harassed him for 30 minutes and finally he got fed up with us, which that was the one clip at the end that I used in my documentary. So I say let's go to the very beginning of the footage, my first interaction with them, and see what actually happened.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No.
Yeah, literally from the very first sentence we ever exchanged with each other, Ammon's goal was just to lie to us. But anyways, I'm now starting to think that the only reason Ammon wanted us to email him about the inventory list wasn't actually give us the inventory list, but actually it was a trap. Yeah, Ammon only wanted me to email him so he can find out my email and subpoena Google and find out all of my private information. You think I'm lying, but they actually did this.
What?
They subpoenaed Google asking
There's
for
a peanut
all private
Google
information tied to this email address, and Google sent them like hundreds of hours of all the raw footage from everything I've filmed to the Lego video so far, all my emails, all my search history, all the metadata that shows everywhere I've been. But anyways, this was the reaction of the police officer after she watched my entire first episode.
I'm really curious to see if this fool even makes any money doing this YouTube stuff. I'm like, if it's enough for him to travel to another state just to go get some footage.
It doesn't even sound like his secret information doesn't even seem
credible from
No.
my understanding.
No, so it sounds like you were able to watch the video.
I think by secret information, the police officer is referring to the security camera footage that proves that everything Bricks and Minifigs is saying is a lie. My first question is, how could this not be credible? It's literally just video evidence of what happened that night. But at least now I can see why the police aren't listening to me. They're basically just saying that all of the evidence I submit to them is not credible, and therefore, case closed. Ben's wrong and we're right, because we said that the evidence is uncredible. At this point, Bricks and Minifigs is working with the police to just come up with whatever story they can to make any evidence I give them seem as uncredible as possible.
In all of his actions to just generate clicks and likes to get, like social media clout without putting in work and just doing the crummy stuff.
Interesting.
Unwritten university rules. First off,
Holy
don't
glazing,
your
bro.
roommate Venmo
Holy
immediately,
sucking
buy
his
toilet
dick
paper,
so
and-
hard.
He seems like a fun Jackson.
No. Oh, and
His MO really seems to follow somebody who's like a paper tiger, right? Like who, like behind, or like a keyboard warrior. But they'll make threats.
And this is the craziest part of the video to me. Ammon's claiming that I'm a keyboard warrior. And a keyboard warrior is basically just someone who talks a lot of smack online, but then when it actually comes down to it, they won't do anything in person. Which, I mean, if we look back at the footage, I accomplished almost everything I set out to do. I didn't get scared of anything. If someone in this story is a keyboard warrior, I don't think it's me. I think it's Bricks and Minifigs. I mean, let's double check by looking at the footage. Ammon claims with his words that he can give us the inventory list.
We can show the inventory list.
But when it actually comes down to it, he's terrified to give it to anyone. Bricks and Minifigs this entire time has also just been begging me to sue them.
If you think it's illegal, why don't you sue me? Let's go to court. Sue me for it. Sue me. Let's go to court. Let's go to court then.
So when I finally go out and actually sue them, they close down their store. And now Bricks and Minifigs is going
What
to
a
absolute
crazy scene.
extreme lengths to hide from this lawsuit.
Are you okay if she just gives you the papers so we can just...
No, I'm not accepting service from you. Absolutely not.
I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is showing all of the signs of a keyboard warrior, but for some reason they think that I'm the keyboard warrior. At this point, it almost seems like everything Bricks and Minifigs is doing, for some reason they think that I'm the one that's the one doing it.
I'll keep my fingers crossed for you guys. Hopefully, no more issues. There's so many other things that this guy could be talking about, right?
100%. But sometimes, like it's a sunk cost fallacy. They just think, oh, I put so much time and effort into this. I gotta make sure something happens. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, Ammon just completely proves my point. Obviously, I'm not suffering from the sunk cost fallacy at all. Ammon's the one suffering from the sunk cost fallacy. I mean, they literally already admitted to me that they've held onto the Legos for so long, it's not worth it for them to give it back to us anymore.
I'm not going to distribute those things at this point. We've kept them on hold for this long, so.
Let's see what else Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of. Well, they're suing me for defamation. But this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs is actually the ones defaming me.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down.
Let's go to the next thing Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of. Extortion. When they're the ones actually extorting me by saying if I don't let them steal the Legos from us, they're gonna make up a reason to throw me in jail.
You stole them, bitch.
I stole the Legos?
Yeah, you're a fucking thief.
Dang. Okay.
You can shut the fuck up. That's your fucking choice.
Bricks and Minifigs is also getting me for RICO charges.
They're charging Reckless Ben for RICO. I think it is more likely that the police are guilty of RICO, right?
And if you look at the CEO's previous businesses, he actually got sued for RICO. He's the one guilty of RICO, not me. They're also accusing me of sending a sniper to shoot out the windows of the McNeff house.
What the
You
fuck?
guys want to come to, you can see the window and see where they were shooting from. It could be a sniper blade on the hill.
When the police got there, they realized it was actually a construction worker who accidentally shattered the window.
It seems more likely that it happened from construction work than it happened from some random people across the way.
But even after all this, they still go online and say it was me.
He's trying to get Ben Schneider for attempted murder. He's basically trying to set Ben Schneider up for attempted murder when meanwhile it was a nail.
Are we fucking kidding me?
So what's the moral of the story?
They're trying to. Oh my goodness. They're really throwing anything out the wall to see if this shit is gonna stick. To see if anything is gonna stick. Oh my god. I had no idea any of this was fucking going on. This shit is actually wild.
Story here. it looks like everything bad Bricks and Minifigs is doing, they think that I'm the one that's doing the bad thing. It makes no sense.
So, just to let you know, we call it a double blind. The person who committed the crime may or may not be in the lineup or depicted. So I will give this to you. You'll have as much time as you need to choose someone or to not choose anyone. Whenever you're able to feel that you have ID'd somebody, I just ask that you circle it and then initial next to it.
And then, like that?
Perfect.
Okay. There you go. Okay.
Cool.
Really, this was like the final step that I needed. This is legit. We've been able to verify who he is now.
Yep.
So the police put on this big performance to make it look like they're going to all this work to verify the facts. When in reality, they already know who I am. They already subpoenaed Google. They already watched my entire first Lego video. They already went through all my search history. To me, this just feels like a staged performance so they can show the world, hey, look, we verified everything, when if they would have just put an equal amount of effort into watching the raw footage I submitted to them, they would have found out that Ammon's just completely lying to them, but for some reason they didn't. A few weeks later, when I ended up going to court, this was the state's response.
My name is Nick Mielstein. I'm the prosecutor. Is Benjamin Schneider here?
Yes.
If you want to take care of that today, we could do what we call a plea in abeyance.
Were you able to see the footage I submitted to the police of our interaction?
I have not watched it, no.
Okay, because in that footage, you can clearly see that the second he tells us to leave, we say, okay, we'll leave. And then he calls the police and said that we threatened to burn down the building and shoot everyone inside. And he was just making up all these lies, which you can clearly see in the footage that we submitted. We were being respectful the whole time.
Come on
we left
now.
the second he told us to.
Sorry, let me look.
And so it makes sense why the police would take me to court, because, I mean, he's threatening that we're going to burn down the building and shoot everyone, but we did nothing. Like, he's just saying that because he's trying to. I'm a documentary maker, so I'm making a documentary on the thing. So his logic is if he throws me in jail, then if he makes up a reason for me to go to jail, then I won't be able to expose them for their crimes. So that's the what's going on. It's clear as day in the footage if you watch it. It seems like they're just making up a bunch of false information in order to silence criticism.
So did you submit that to the police officer?
Yes.
Is the footage going such that it's still going, like when you step out the door?
It starts from when we're in the elevator before we talk to him to when we were back in the elevator going back down.
Obviously, a video doesn't necessarily show everything that possibly happened.
So according to the state of Utah, the raw video that shows everything that possibly could have happened is not credible and could not have shown everything that possibly could have happened. And they didn't even watch it.
I owe them a big thank you. They have made my life 100% better.
Nuke the whole state of Utah. Nuke the whole state. Nuke the whole state of Utah, bro. What are we doing? Like, nuke the whole state of Utah. Oh my goodness.
They're literally just taking Ammon's word for everything and completely ignoring all the evidence. So where does this leave me now? Not only am I being charged with a bunch of mystery crimes in American Fork, Utah, but I'm also being charged with a second-degree felony up to 15 years in jail in Provo, Utah. And now that they have written proof that I'm committing all of these insane crimes against them, I mean, obviously Bricks and Minifigs just made up everything, but that's not how the court sees it. The court thinks that these are real. And for whatever reason, the court wouldn't let me share my side. They only heard Bricks and Minifigs' side.
Ben's side was not in the room, was not heard. The court signed an order erasing his published work on the strength of the company's verified complaint and the company's motion, with no one there to say a word against it.
Yeah, the judge granted a temporary restraining order, preventing me from even talking about Bricks and Minifigs, which sucks because this was the night I hit 1 million subscribers, and all my friends threw a giant surprise party for me. Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs gets to just keep spreading their lies about me, and I just have to sit in silence,
There's still
and
like
there's
4
nothing I
minutes
can
of this
do to
video.
stop them. It's crazy to think about how much public support I was getting.
$200,000 Lego dispute that's turning into one of the craziest legal cases and an internet crusade that is just exploding.
A $200,000 Lego collection. This $200,000 Lego scandal is literally one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
I think this might be the best video that I've seen. This is one of the crazier stories.
Penguin Zero!
Run by Mormons. Legos. Reckless Ben.
Reckless Ben.
It really seemed like the entire internet was uniting to stand up to this bully of a company.
Bricks and minifigs can stuff it.
Brick by brick.
Brick by brick! Brick by brick! Brick by
It really did seem like we were right about to get the Legos back. But I was wrong. Now the court has silenced me. And it looks like all the work I put into this was just for nothing. However, people were pretty upset that I was silenced and decided to protest.
Brick by brick!
It sucks that I'm not even allowed to be a part of this movement anymore.
Brick by brick! Brick by brick!
Or maybe I can be here, I just have to be in disguise so no one recognizes me.
Fuck!
Alright, I'm here with, what was your name? I'm Jerome. Just here to support the cause. Just an American Fork local. Just here to support. Here with Jerome.
I spent the rest of the day protesting for the cause, and not a single person here recognized who I actually am. And maybe the protesting worked, because after a full month of remaining silent, I finally have an announcement.
Well, it looks like I don't need this disguise anymore, because I have my freedom of speech back, baby.
Yeah.
I can say whatever I want. I can say Bricks and Minifigs sucks. I can say Bricks and Minifigs such old people. And look, I just said it. I'm not in jail, which is sick. We got our First Amendment rights back. Yeah.
And now that I have my freedom of speech back, everyone is wondering how Bricks and Minifigs can make up for the fact that they made up all these lies about me to take away my freedom of speech. Most legal experts are saying I could easily win millions of dollars from Bricks and Minifigs, but instead, I have a better solution.
If they want to apologize, they can say that they're sorry by doing the chicken dance. And I will take that as a sincere form of apology. And once they do the chicken dance, then I will know
they're not doing the fucking chicken dance.
And we can finally move on to the next video series. It'll be awesome. So you guys might be thinking, why do you want them to do the chicken dance? And there's actually a reason. So this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs always says the right thing, but then their actions don't match their words at all. So I was thinking, well, if they get given an apology, they might say the right things, you know, but they're not actually going to mean it. So by doing the chicken dance, I'm going to basically just be giving them another opportunity to do the right thing, not just with their words, but with their actions.
This dude is so
Once they
forgiving.
decide to do the right thing, then I'll move on to the next video series and never talk about Bricks and Minifigs again.
And also make sure to check us out at www.westealfromoldpeople.com, because right now we have 2 new Lego sets for sale that you can buy right now.
Lego sets?
One of Joshua Johnson and one of Ammon McNeff. And we're only making 500 of each.
Chat.
And once all 500 of each sell out, we're never making any more. And you gotta buy them now, because someday they're gonna sell for like $1 million or something. They're gonna be collectibles. It's gonna be sick.
Also subscribe to Patreon. You'll get tons of behind the scenes, tons of extra footage, full interviews. Also, part 4 is coming soon. If you subscribe to Patreon, you'll be the first to watch it. And also subscribe to part 5, subscribe to part 6, part 7, all the way to part 100. We're doing 100 parts. My lawyer said if Bricks and Minifigs sues me, which they've still not dropped their lawsuit, then it'll be at least 2 years and 52 weeks a year. That's 104 parts at least. So come back all the way till 100.
Got those Q3 projections.
Mileage?
74,000.
I think that's the end of the video.
Just the Q.
License plate number?
Yeah. Well, chat, that is actually insane that they're trying to get him on felony charges. Felony charges. What the fuck? How low can you go? Like just give up at a point. Like, oh my gosh. I don't know if part 5 is already out. By the sounds of it, it is. I'm not gonna go subscribe to his Patreon. I ain't got the money. But what the fuck, bro? That's actually crazy. And they try to get him on felony charges. They try to accuse him of murder. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, like, it's fine. It's fine to fail. Like, holy shit, bro. Oh my god. Like, what are we actually doing with our lives? Like, genuinely. Give up. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. Oh my god. Anyways, I think at this point it's about to be 1:30 in the morning. Just gonna go to bed, bro. That was actually genuinely insane. I can't believe that they actually thought that would actually work. I'm gonna try to figure out what's wrong with fucking Call of Duty. And then I'm going to just probably play that next time. Because my voice is kind of dead. I did want to play Doki Doki Literature Club again, but right now my voice is dead. If I feel better tomorrow, then we'll do a Doki Doki Literature Club live stream tomorrow. But I do need to make a new thumbnail for that because I don't think I made a thumbnail. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a ton of games that I want to play. Half-Life is on the list. Deadly Premonition is on the list. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is on the list. There's a lot of things on the list. Things are happening. I'm actually genuinely trying now when I actually have time. But we'll see how it goes when school starts. Half-Life is goated, though. Half-Life is goated. But yeah, I think that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Peace.